Hi, welcome to Maria's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make yellow rice mixed with pink beans, Spanish style. So the first thing you need is you're going to need a pot. I'm using a small pot because I'm making a small amount. And you're going to turn on the heat to about like low to medium heat, just to get the pot heated up. And the first thing you're going to add to it is oil. I use pure vegetable oil. So just enough to coat the bottom of the pan, not too much. Okay. And I'm going to set off the rest of the oil to the side. As that starts heating up, I'm just going to explain to you the ingredients. I'm using Goya pink beans, and I'm using a 1/3 cup. I'm going to use, this is optional, so this is olives, fresh garlic, tomato sauce, it could be Goya, Hunt's, whatever brand you use, some salt to taste, some homemade sofrito. I don't have a video on it yet, but I'll make one soon, and 1 sobre of sazon. And I'm using 1.5 cups of white rice, and you're going to wash the rice. The rice is already washed. Okay, so now you have the oil already heating up, so you're going to start adding your ingredients. The first thing you're going to add is about 1.5 tablespoons. Lower it down a little bit. About 1.5 tablespoons of your sofrito. And the next thing you're going to add 1 tablespoon of garlic. Okay, I'm just going to stir this around. Let that cook. Some people add diced onions. Sometimes I add it, but today I'm not going to add it. So then the next thing you're going to do is we're going to add some olives. Now some people add it with the oil. With the liquid. I'm not adding it with the liquid because I want to put the salt myself. Okay. The olives is as much as you want to put. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add 1/3 cup of the pink beans. I'm going to give that a little stir. See, it's cooking together. The next thing you're going to add is 1 sobre of sazon, or you could use, I'm going to use most of it, but not the whole sobre because it's only a little bit. So you're going to let this boil here for a while. Just to take everything together. Once you see it really boiling up, then you're going to use some tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is to give it flavor and also to add the color to it. Okay, so I'm going to add it now. I'm not going to add the whole thing. I'm going to add like about 1/3 of this. That's enough. Now, since I'm using 1.5 cups of rice, I'm going to use about 1 cup of water. Now, I'm not going to use 1.5 cups because this already has liquid. Okay, so I'm going to subtract the liquid. So, 1 cup of water. You can use your measuring cup, or if you know by eye, you can use it by eye. Add 1 cup. And then the next thing you're going to do, here's where you add the salt. And you have to taste it. Some people don't taste their food. You have to taste your food. And you do it according to your taste. There's a difference when you taste it. Just about. I don't like my food salty, so we'll leave it like that. So you're gonna let this boil. As soon as it starts to boil, you're gonna add 1.5 cups of washed white rice. Then after you add that in, you let it boil for like 2-3 more minutes. Then you're gonna cover it and you're gonna lower the heat. This is the heat, the way I have it right now. Okay. Okay, so now your water is boiling, and now is when I add my rice. Remember, this is 1.5 cups of rice. Some people add ham. If you don't add ham, you can add ham flavor, which I forgot I have, so I'm going to add now. The ham flavor is basically this. You have fresh ham, or you can have it. It comes in a soda just like sazon. And you're going to add some of it. Since I don't put a lot of salt, it's not as salty. I'm used to cooking things without a lot of salt. So I'm not going to add the whole pack. I'm just going to add very little bit. It's less than half. And then this gives it a nice ham flavor. Or you can add the ham yourself, whatever you prefer. But I don't have the ham, so I'm using ham flavor. So you see it's starting to boil there. We're just going to give it another minute to boil a little bit more. And we're going to lower the heat, cover it, and you're going to let it cook for about... I usually don't count my time. I just know by eye, you know, when it's done. So I'm going to say about half an hour, but, you know, you got to keep checking it. You got to keep stirring it, you know, to make sure that your rice doesn't burn in the bottom. So right about now, I'm going to give it another stir. Just about there. Okay. You're going to cover it, and you're going to lower your heat, and you're going to put it on low. So this is my finished product. This is a 1.5 cups of rice. Okay, so I'm going to serve it now. This is my finished product. Now you could do this with any kind of meat you want. You could have it with salad on the side, or canned vegetables, or you could just have it with just meat. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, stay encouraged, blessed. Thanks for watching, and remember that in your kitchen is where you create art.